Hi, this is ig33ku, and we're now going to take a close-up of the Scythe Kama Bay speaker, or Speaker Kama Bay, or however it's pronounced correctly. I think it's pronounced the Scythe Kama Speaker Bay, if I'm not mistaken, 5¼ inch. So anyway, okay, as you can see, is the volume control on and off, and the 4 speakers. These are stereo speakers, so I presume 2 for each channel. Here are the air vents, and at the back you have a Molex connection for power and a 3.5mm headphone jack, which you connect through the back, which you saw my unboxing video. It has a back panel with a hole in it, and you just plug in through the back. It's not as messy as you would think it is. Anyway. So what I think about the Speaker Bay, Kama Speaker Bay, what can I say? Okay, first of all, it does have a very good sound clarity. For something this big, it's not that bad. Unfortunately, soundstage is, it's like a bar. It comes straight at you. So if you have it installed in your casing, which is off to the side like me, right? The sound just shoots by my left ear, so you don't really get that much of a stereo effect unless you have it down in the center, which I'll show you what it'll look like if you have a nice casing for that, and you put your LCD on top of it. What else is there? There's some static. There's some sound interference. I wish they gave a audio cable with a Faraday coil on it, because there is some static not static, but interference from the internals. If I go in close right now, I think maybe you can hear it. That's the fan. Now I crank up the volume. Now lower down the volume. Crank up the volume. I think you can hear it. It's kind of like a grinding sound. Metal grinding sound. Okay. So I mean, yeah, I like it, but the soundstage is directly straightforward. You don't have a nice left and right soundstage, and with you in the center, you have it straightforward hitting you in the face. So it's sometimes hard. The left and right channels is a bit muddled sometimes. What else could I recommend? The bass, of course, as you can see, is these two little small speakers. 4 speakers. So there's not much bass there. There is some bass, but there's not much. It's not the techno thumping bass experience you expect. The back pain is not refined as I hoped it would be. There are some rough edges on the inside of it, especially around the hole. When you pull the cable over, you can probably scrape the cable over the rough edges. Yeah, other than that, there's nothing really bad to say. It is not a bad solution. It's in fact a perfect solution. You have a mini tower, this is a mid tower, so a mini tower actually only has maybe 1 5¼ inch ray or 2 5¼ inch rays, and that's it. It's a perfect for mini tower solution, which you put in the speaker here, lie it on the side, those lie on the side mini towers, and you put the LCD on top of it, and that's the space you got. The size of your LCD is about as much space you have on your desk, and then you got the keyboard in front, and everything's perfect, and it will perform well in that aspect. And when it comes in terms of video and music, as you can hear in the sound testing, it's not that bad. It could be better, but then like I said, you look at the physical appearance of the speakers, you should know exactly what you're expecting. You're not expecting something spectacular for something like in this arrangement and this type of speakers. So yeah. Anyway, what can I say? Other than what I've said, I like it. They work perfectly well for what they intended, and the quality build is quite nice. What would be nice though, if Scythe could close up these vents, you can see inside here. I'll just shine a bit. So you can see sometimes the circuit board, I think, if I get the right angle, but not in this case. But you can see inside, so it's not that as polished as I hope it would be for a final product. Would have been nice if they sealed off the things, the dust can't get inside here through the speakers hose, and you know, for aesthetic reasons, it would be nice if they could have filled up the spaces. So out of 5, I think it really would deserve a 4. It deserves a 4 if you get it for the purpose it's originally intended for. If you're just getting it as a speaker, you know, as a speaker system, it'll probably be a 3.5 for a low-end speaker system, really budget low-end speaker system. But if you're getting it for what it's intended for, which is you got no room on your desk and you really need, you know, you really want speakers on your desk, but you got no room whatsoever and you can't afford it or whatever, the tabletop space to be wasted on speakers, this would be a 4. So anyway, this is ig33ku signing off.